Go in my YouTube live stream. Now, let me check my, you see? That always happens to me. So now let me check my camera and make sure that it's work. Okay, so it's working. Doesn't look that bad. I'll fix it right now because I don't like my head. Um, my KP Dev. Wow, how many times am I gonna look that way? My KP Dev logo hovering or overlay on top of my head. I just feel like I'm wearing my logo or distracting it. All right, so I could X this out because I'm already live on YouTube and I know I am, and everything else should be working. So now I don't like this one. I'm gonna press Control W to close this tab, and I closed it. Great. So now everything looks like it's working. Everything's in order. My mic is on. My camera is on. Now I just gotta fix my camera. I'm gonna go to OBS. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. So now the good news is that for some reason my Gemini user agent was telling me that it's impossible to do so. Can you add? No, this is not it. This wasn't where I prompt him about it. It was here. He said that it's not possible. You cannot use the official motion AI kit. But then again, when we go to our VS Code, this is the official one. It's by Motion Studios, right? So how do we know that? Well, Motion, right? Look at the icon right here, the logo. So this is Motion. That's the logo. And I installed it. Great. So now let's follow the next step over here. So the last step we left off is confirm, go to extensions and confirm Motion AI Kit is installed and enabled. It's installed and it's enabled. Great. So check MCP configuration in VS Code. Open the settings, right? And search for MCP and model context. This is where it gets interesting, people. So control plus comma. And we're supposed to look for something that I can't see. So yeah, there it was. Now I can see it. So and search for MCP. MCP, right? There you go. And then and model context protocol. That's interesting. Told you this was gonna get interesting. This can get quite yeah, so let's put it in here and model context protocol. Okay, so it says here, enable the default marketplace for model context protocol. Oh, great. That was easier than what I thought. So it says here, the default model for new chat conversation, use Auto to let Copilot pick a model and model family name such as Opus or Gemini to use the latest available model in that family or a full model ID. You can still switch the model within the conversation. Each new conversation starts at this model. So control whether the new implicit context flow is shown in ask and edit modes. The context will automatically be included when using an agent. Context will be suggested as an attachment. Selections are always included as context, okay? So I think we're gonna go ahead and enable the default marketplace for model context protocol server. What is the default marketplace? Enable, okay, so enable globally if your VS Code build exposes this toggle. Confirm MCP is enabled globally. So let me give them a print screen. Well, I want to uncheck it for now. And it was yellow, so then that's not good. So, and what is this context? Controls whether the new implicit context. Okay, so let's go back over here, I believe. Uh-oh. I think I was here. Nope. I was here. It looks different. Let's see what happens if I take this off. Context, protocol. Okay, so now it looks like the way it was. MCP model context protocol. So let me give them a print screen, Control Alt print screen, and let's X this out for now. I will search for it again. So I want to give them a print screen. Is this it? He says if you want, I can give you a copy paste troubleshooting checklist based on whether. Okay, so close but not complete. What you're seeing is the MCP feature setting page in VS Code, which is the right place to actually use motion MCP tools with Copilot. You still need to turn on MCP support, the checkbox you're on, add or connect an MCP server configuration or HTTP, start, verify the server's running, test and Copilot chat with a tool style request. Okay, so let's see if we can do this now. This is going to be interesting because we're going to have to go back and forth. So now we're going to press Control, comma, and enter the information again. MCP. What was the command? Protocol, MCP context protocol. Enable default marketplace. So I believe it's this one. So now, oh, what just happened? Let me go back up here. So let me just copy this before I forget. Control backtick. I mean, comma. Control V. And then we're going to take off the N, I guess. And give them another print screen. So it says the default model for new chat. So in here, I have to put in a HTTP. So then here he tells me Control print, Alt print screen. How am I doing? So let's see. So once I enabled it, right, confirm MCP is enabled, right? So then check for configuration MCP servers and command palette. So search for commands like this, okay? Exact command names can vary by VS Copilot version. Confirm motion AI kit, exposes tools, VI MCP, look in motion AI kit, okay? So now we got to press, go to the palette, command palette. But which command palette? I think that was the command palette, right? But let me give him, is this correct? Is this correct? And is the input field for the HTTP, like he said over here, or STDIO. Yes, that part is correct for enabling MCP support, but the input box you highlighted is not the MCP transport. That input field is for chat default model, which model Copilot starts with, not for HTTP or to config. Use this instead for MCP server setup. Open command palette and run MCP add server or similar MCP server command in your VS Code. Choose transport. Okay. Save the generated config and reload if prompted. Verify with MCP list server or MCP show server status. Studio, you provide a command to launch the server process. You provide a server endpoint URL. If you share what Motion AI Kit provides, command or URL, I can't tell you exactly which one to pick. If you share what Motion AI Kit provides. Let me copy this and go into Google and see if they can help me. So the Motion AI Kit is an agent native tool for coding assistants like Cursor and that teaches them to write better animation code. That provides a unified command for AI agents and SDK utilities for developers. Inside your AI coding agent or chat extension, you use the motion command to trigger the skills. Okay, so let's see. Now I understand a bit more. So if you share what Motion AI Kit provides, okay, so we're not there yet. So we're gonna open the command palette and search for this. Add server. Choose transport. Configure which models are exposed to MCP servers for sampling. This settings can be edited in a graphical way under the MCP list server command. Or we could edit it in the settings.json. Select the channel for GitHub MCP. Enable built-in support for. So let me give him. Let me give him a screenshot of this and see what he says. Let me make it. Oh, let me do this instead. All right. Control Alt Print. Let me X this. And I'm just going to say here and question mark. Mining diamonds. Really? I don't know. I said that in my last videos that I'm keep giving you guys diamonds. Maybe there is a correlation. Almost, but not specific. The specific block. You are in the right general area for MCP settings, but the section shown is for built-in GitHub MCP server options, not where you enter custom motion server transport. Open command, right? Oh, Control Shift P, run MCP and server. Okay, great. It's Control Shift P. That's the pilot, and then we have to put this in here. Control copy, Control Shift P, Control V, and ooh. That was easy. Pick transport. So we got to run this, right? And then transport. Let me give them a print screen real quick. Control Alt Print screen, right? He says to pick a transport studio. Oh, look at HTTP right there. Oh no, look at studio right there. Manual install. If motion gives you a command to run, if motion gives you a URL. Okay, so we got to read what motion gives us. Let's read what it does, how to install, right? So let's X this out. It says details change all. Okay, marketplace. So let's close this. Give it some space. That's fine. Let's close this. Okay, so 1 year ago, 1 month, latest release. Okay, save time and improve your quality. Motion Studio, a suite of AI visual animation editing tools for your favorite code editor. Okay, great. But where's the instructions how to use this? We got features. Usually it's in here in the description. Install the extension to add visual editing tools and add the MCP to add documentation and other AI editing features, enable motion features, general and personal access token, then generate, okay. Install extension, I did that. Add the MCP, let's see. Do you want code to open external? Yes, open. Oh, okay, that's simple enough. Oh, look at that. We got NPX or NPM. No package manager. This is the libraries instead of the manager. So install the MCP and skills with the AI kit installation script. It prompts for your motion key, right? Motion plus required. Oh my God. Whether to install for this project or globally, in which agents to set up cloud, the configures the MCP server and skills transition editor. The AI kit is available at the official motion. Well, the AI kit transition editor is available as the official motion extension in VS Code Marketplace. Let me see this. Yeah, that's the one I have. Install, okay. So I already did this. Let me click on it again. Okay, so now I'm gonna separate these tabs so I can use both of them. So first, let me give him F11, give him a screenshot of this to see what he says. Control Alt print screen. Right? I'm gonna give him both screenshots so he can work with them. This one, and I'm gonna give him the other one, which is this one. Control Alt F11, Control Alt print screen. Okay. I'm gonna give him this one. Okay, great. And add the MCP to add documentations and other AI editing features. Okay. So let's see what he tells me. Whoa. Okay. No, X this out. I thought I had both of my screens. Okay, so it's only this screen. Great. Is this correct? And what do you think I should do next? Run. Okay. Put a question mark here. Run the NPX. So he's analyzing this. He might bring me back to the MCP part. Yes, this looks correct. And yes, next step is to run the installer. Whoopee! Recommended choice during prompts. Install scope. Choose project first, safer, and then switch global later if you want it everywhere. I'm gonna choose global. Am I in the right folder? Remember, these are two different independent panels. Okay, this is the terminal. It could be in different places other than this actual project by selecting the actual path location. As of right now, I'm not illiterate like the last time in my first video that it took me almost a half an hour to figure out that I was in the wrong location. And then the next day, my brain started working again, and I figured out something as simple as being in two different locations, one in the project, the VS Code editor, and another one in the terminal. They're working in different places, right? So anyway, so now I'm in the correct place. Great. And and this is what was the point of McDir or dir directory, right? dir. Enter, and I'm in the right place because we can see that we have two folders here, right? Look at it right here. I'm in the correct place. Yep. So directory, yep. VS Code, my app, and my app. Great. And then I have two files. All right, HTML and MD. Great. I'm in the correct place. Okay, good. Now we move forward. It's always good to do that. By the way, I'm not doing this just so you can see me doing it or how it's done. No, it's just it's a good habit. It's practice. It's good practice. Okay, great. So let's move on. So let's go ahead and run this command. I'm gonna go ahead and copy it. And he said not to choose global for some reason. And now this is running. Need to install the following packages. And he says, install the scope, choose project first. Well, we need to install these packages. I'm gonna go ahead and press yes. Press enter, right? Oh, I need a key for this. Generate motion tokens. Buy motion. Oh my god. This is not free. Let's press control. Left click. We're gonna open. I thought it was free. Okay, so let me put my email, kpdev. All right. Hello. Press enter, I guess. Tab. Okay, great. Let me enter a password. I'm gonna choose my own password. And I'm oh, sign up. I have to sign up. No thanks. No thanks. Create an account. Okay, here we go. Hopefully they don't charge me. I really don't want to pay. All these monthly services are out of control. Everywhere you go, they want to charge. And I keep saying this every time. Let me drink some tea. When I started my journey as coding and programming, the whole point, one of the biggest messages that was given to us when we started back in the early 2000s or whatnot, or mid 2000s, was like, let's make sure that Bill Gates doesn't start charging for the operating system. And that was the mindset. I don't know, 10 years later, I don't know, a couple of years later, after 98, Windows 98, he started charging, I think, yeah. And now this monthly stuff. No bueno at all. Because it keeps the people from becoming, using their talent, their artistic talent of coding, because now they can't do it because they can't afford it. But let's keep moving, and my password. And let's create account. Okay, let's save it. All right, so we sent you an email. So let's go ahead and get out of the full screen. And I'm gonna go ahead and open. Let me go in here. Let me go in here. Actually, I have to open a new tab, but I can't see it because my camera is in the way. Somewhere around here. I'm gonna have to press Control Mu and then click on my email. And here we go. Confirm your sign up. Great. It's really me. Perfect. So now we're here. Lifetime. Subscription. AI site editor lifetime. So manage your account, access tokens, subscriptions, and public profile. So let's see how this works. Credentials token, GitHub access. Oh, okay. So let's click open over here. A Motion Plus token unlocks the AI kit, the full premium component library examples and editors. Motion Score Pro generates an API token for cloud audits and score upload from CI. Generate tokens, okay. So let me see my VS Code again. Let me give them a print screen. See, do I have to pay or something? When prompted for motion API or personal access tokens, type it directly in terminal. I did. I don't want to upgrade. It. Oh, shoot, not this one. It's this one. Control Alt print screen. Well, yeah, I have to first do this one first. Control Alt print screen. Well, I got both of them. Well, yeah, it's the same thing. Let me get the one from over here. Control Alt print screen. Go in here. It looks like it's not free. It looks like it does not have a free version. It looks like it does not have a free version. Generate personal access token, then click authenticate. Let me see this one. I think I already went here. So let's see what he says. It says here, correct from what your screenshot, the AI token path is motion plus only. What this means, motion extension of ES can still install features that require motion appear gated behind motion. Plus your token page showing only upgrade confirms there is no free token available. If you only need basic, keep using the free extension features. If okay, so how do I use the free extension? If you specifically need motion MCP tools and Copilot, you need if you want a free, use another MCP server that has a free tier. For example, doc search tooling servers that run locally. If you want, I can suggest 3 good free MCP servers you can set up. Let's see how much they charge you. Log into animation editing tools are exclusive to already generated personal features. Let me see. Let me ask Google how to use free version. Assuming you are referring to the animation and video editing tools. Stop. No. I'm talking about the. Let me give them a print screen of this. Maybe they don't understand. Control Alt print screen. Everybody's getting a print screen. Um, Let me put AI mode, and then talking about this one. I'm talking about the VS Code version. Let's see what they say. Ah, that makes total sense. You are using the Motion Studio extension inside Visual Studio Code for UI animation. Please excuse the mix-up. My previous message was an entirely different application with a similar name. To use the free version of the Motion Code extension, you get access to the core visual editing tools directly inside your code base. The paid tier is what gates the advanced, right, customer and all that good stuff. Here's how you can use the free available to you right now using the free transition editor. The primary free feature is the visual transition tool. It allows you to build, preview, and edit animation paths directly inside the CSS JavaScript code without writing math values manually. So open a code file. Open any file containing CSS transitions or JavaScript file utilized, and then utilize the motion library, right? Trigger the visual curve. Hover your mouse over any animation uh, easy in value, such as, okay, so I see what's going on. It's already installed. I don't have to. This looks like I'm installing the, let me open up the terminal. This looks like I'm installing the plus version. Let me go like this. Control. Is this? Is this? Is this? Let me see. Motion Plus, the paid version. The paid version. Did he get the? Oh my god! Control C, Control Alt, print screen, Control V. Oh lord! For some reason now he's not accepting. Oh, I have to. I have to click here. Upload. Well, that's weird. I was able to do this before. Now it's not letting me. Like I said, it's always something with these AI guys. They stop doing what they usually do. Oh, there it is. So now it works. So yeah, so my bad. So is this Motion Plus the pay? Is this Motion Plus the pay version? Let me see what he tells me now. Yes, Motion Plus is the pay. Your terminal window confirms this because it is actively blocking you from proceeding until you provide a paid token. Why it requires a payment? Paid command line interface tool. You ran an NPX Motion AI, which triggers the Motion AI kit. A gated API access. This specific kit relies on their cloud-hosted AI features, which requires an active Motion API key. No free tier here. The link shown in your terminal is their direct checkout page for buying subscription or to unlock those tokens, right? So what you can still do for free, cancel this, right? Cancel the command, press Ctrl C in your terminal to exit this paid prompt. Keep the extension. You can still use standard non-AI features of the VS Code extension, like the visual curve and transition editor without paying anything. Since you are running into a paywall here, let me know. Would you like me to show you how to set up a completely free local alternative to this tool? Do you want help writing an animation code or markup file manually? Instead, I can guide you through the next step to get your project moving without paying. Okay. Now, let's try the non-pay version. So I'm gonna press Control C. Got to click in here somewhere, no? Control C. There you go, cancel. So now let's close this. It's already installed. So I'm just gonna tell him, let me Control Alt print screen. It's already installed. Maybe I can try it out with a .javascript file that has, like it told me over here. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and paste this for him. And hopefully he will understand better what I mean. If you like to get your local development environment streamlined, let me know. Are you writing your animation using, are you looking to set up a complete, right? I can provide, okay. So he says you can access the built-in extension features via your command. Press Ctrl Shift P to open the, wait, let me see. The primary free feature is the visual transition tool. It allows you to build, preview, and edit animation paths directly or JavaScript code without the map writing without writing the map value. Open a code file. Open any file containing CSS transitions or JavaScript files utilizing the. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna have to go to a different project, which is one of these. And it's not this one. It's not this one either. Yeah, let me open it in here. I'm gonna go to file, I'm gonna go to recent, and I'm gonna go to the one that does have transitions and all that good stuff. And it's supposed to be it's probably this one. Let me go in here. Now let me look for that file or folder. Let me close this. Let me close the source. Let me close my app. Let me close the starter. Let me close. All right, this is the one I'm talking about right here. Okay, great. So here we do have some JavaScript in here that does use, I think it's an app. Yes. Nope. It's in config. Nope. That's interesting. Let me look at my main. Nope. Oh, that's because I started. I was rebuilding this. So it's not here. I was rebuilding this. I could go to my main site and play around with it there, or I could just go in here and go in here and just look at one of these in here. Here it is. And then we could, let's say, go to 3bg.js and then ask them if this is one of them. Is there transitions going on here? No. Okay, here it is. Control. I would have to install the extensions. Let me see. Motion. This one. It's already installed, so we can close this. Go back over here. Actually, close this one. Give them a print screen, Control Alt print screen. And then go to over here. Can I make it work in this file? Control V. There you go. Enter. Because we're using JavaScript file, utilizing the motion library. So trigger the visual curve. Oh, hover your mouse over any animation easing value such as Okay, so let's look for this right now, because this is one of them. Control copy, Control find, Control V. Uh-oh. How about cube? Let's go to our CSS. Can I just hover? Let me open my CSS, main CSS. No, not that one. Let me open my files and go to the CSS right here. Styles. Yeah. Any of these will do it. I think Swiper is the one that has that information. Let me see. Control find. Nope. Okay, so here's what I will do though. I'm gonna put this in here. Search for it. Oh wow. How about if I just do this? Hmm. I thought I had this somewhere on here. Let me X this out. Go back over here. Skills project loader. I could have sworn I used it before one of these. Okay, so let me give them that, like I said, and press enter here and see what happens. No, you cannot use the Motion Studio extension features directly in this file because this code is ran using three. Where is Motion Studio is designed for DOM-based UI animation, CSS form, framer motion, and vanilla HTML elements. The file 3 is in your screenshot manipulates underlying 3D mathematic vertices. And so let me show him my tree, my file tree, and see if he could find control print, control print. What file you think it's most likely applicable, pliable, if that's a word. Based on your the motion studio features are most likely applicable on load.css. Okay, because because the tool focuses on standard UI animation, it can read and visually manipulate traditional styling rules directly. Here is why your style files work best, along with other files where you might see the extension feature activated. Style files, okay. Applicable file loader. Okay, they're all CSS. How to use it? Look at your keyframes. Oh, okay. Animation at line 79 loader. If you add a timing function like animation timing function, blah, 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 inside the block, the extensions can visually render the tweak bizarre curve right in your screen. Applicable files. How to use on like which controls 3D. A standard front script like app usually handles DOM logic. If you are using vanilla.js transition, Tailwind, popular UI, the extension can help map out those timing triggers. Yeah. All right. So let's do what he said here. Let's look for the keyframe. If I add the timing function, animated timing function, right? Inside the block, the extension can visually render the tweak. Okay. So let's go over here. Let's go to the loader. We're in the loader. We're gonna look for line 79. It's keyframe. And then we're gonna access out. And then if you add a timing function like inside the block, let's do that. Control copy. Let's see. All right. The extension can visually render and tweak that bizarre curve right on your screen. Okay, so now what? Oh, now I got. Oh, look at that. What is this telling me? Background green color opacity. Why would it jump into that? Try the plan agent to research and plan before implementing changes. Control print, alt print screen. What's next? What do I do next? This could be out of my league. It looks like your question took a sudden plunge into the deep ocean. Let's shift gears from the CSS code and dive straight into Subnautica. What is this? Since I can't see your current Subnautica save file, your next step depends entirely how far you have progress. Here's a quick roadmap. Yeah, there's something. Yeah, I'm in the wrong. Wait a minute. Something going on here. I don't know what happened. I added this line of code. So what's next? Not sure why he decided to just give up. Now that you have highlighted the timing function, the next step depends on whether you want to text the Motion Studio extensions tool or simply optimize your animation. How to open the motion? Okay, hover over the browser value, hover your mouse cursor directly over the right. Look for icon pop up. A small visual preview box or a curve editor icon should appear right next to or above your cursor. Click to open the graphic curve. Yeah, this is not. So let me ask him, can I use the motion extension here? He's considering. This could be a little far-fetched. If you mean VS Code motion easy, no. I mean this. Control Alt Print. No, I mean this. No, I mean this extension. Motion Studios can generate CSS output and you can paste that directly into just like this Open Motion Studio Transition Editor, tune the curve visually. So how do you open it? Copy CSS output, replace the, it is an authoring tool in VS Code. Runtime is your project. Is runtime in your project is still normal? No. If you want, I can suggest a few loader friendly, easy presents you can paste in it. How do I open? Is there like a trigger? How do I? Let me see. I did see a trigger over here, and it was in my. No, not this one. Like that one is probably one of these, right? Nope. There we go. Motion, let's see. Nope, it's not in here. Oh, models. Let me see what this does. These are all the models, all other models. Motion, motion, motion. I think I'm gonna have to add it. That's what it is. How do I open Motion Studios? See, this is where the videos kick in. Press Control Shift P, type Motion Studio. Okay. Control Shift P, Motion. Wow, I don't mess that up. Motion Studio. Control Shift, Control Alt. This is going to take a long time. I have to watch a video, ladies and gentlemen. Where? Okay, perfect. The screenshot shows the right commands are installed. Open command, right? Run motion, focus on edit view, focus on preview, and then that opens the two motion studio panels. Oh, great. Let's do that. Okay, so we can X this out. And now we can start all over again. Control Shift P, right? The palette. And right motion. Motion Studio. And we're gonna click on this. Oh, look at that. Guys, I'm telling you, it's amazing what you could do when you just don't give up. Okay, so now, and then it tells me to open the other one. Focus, edit, view. So let's do that. Control Shift P. Uh-oh. Oh no. All right, click here, Control Shift P. Motion. Yeah, man.
Pero la tijera tú la pusiste, tú se la, tú la pusiste la tijera. Está dentro del vaina, de cosas del
Sí,
vaina.
oye, yo la encontré, ¿no? Encontré. So the next one I have to open is motion focus on preview. Motion, focus, motion, focus on preview. There it is. Okay. So it looks like they're both opened. Yeah, they're both. Everything's here. I just trying to make sure I follow instructions. Log into motion. Animation edit tools are exclusives. Oh. Okay, guys. So I didn't even see this. That's the panel for your extensions. All your extensions are usually on this side. I mean, the ones that you're using recently. So right, that opens two Motion Studio panels. Select your easy and copying this. After that, select your easy and then copy the CSS value into your SAS. Nothing appears. Run view, open the motion manually, then run motion. You are one step away now. So yeah, from pain. We could get the free version, just like he asked over here. This is how he told me over here. Over here. Let's see. Oh, that's it has to be outside. Oh, that's already there. So I could just go Control C, Control C, right? Control C, take that out of the way. That's it, and then just put it up here. And take this one on. Delete. It's fine. All right. So we can't use this because it's not free. Let me show them the print screen. Control V. It looks like it's not free. What happened here? Let me see. Yes, from the screenshot, it looks partially paywalled. Log into Motion Plus, right? Some Motion Studios features are free. The full transition workflow is gated. Good free path right now. Use Cubic, right? To design easy, visually paste the value in your CSS timing, or use the built-in CSS ease. Start values you can use. If you want, I can pick. Yeah, but this has nothing to do with motion. I'm gonna give them the same screen here. It looks like it's not for free. You're exactly right. The extension panel on the left confirms the edit UI as a paywall. Extension layout shows animation editing tools are exclusive for, meaning you cannot use the graphical curve slider since the interactive side panel requires you to pay your best free alternatives for creating. Use the free built-in VS Code CSS previewer. You do not actually need a third-party extension to see a tweak bizarre curve. Right, hover directly over the text, move your mouse pointer and hover exactly over and look for the graph icon. A small native VS Code tooltip will pop up. Yeah, so this was a big no-no, obviously, maybe waste of time. Okay, so let's make this a learning moment. Let's use this one. Oh, so I have to paste it in first. Well, at least we learned how to install motion and where to find it. You want to switch this loader. What's just happening? Yeah, this might be it. Okay, so you want to switch this loader to built-in CSS easing. So I'm updating the pose animation to use the keyword easing directly and removing the custom. The easing update is in place. I'll quickly check for any style syntax issues in the edit file. Next, done. I've switched your loader pose to built-in CSS easing. Also remove the custom timing line from the keyframe. Okay, since easing is now handled directly by animation sure no errors were detected. So this is supposed to center the loader. I don't know why he's taking it off. Animation pause, please in 1 second. Took this off. I'll quickly check for any syntax, then I switch the loader pause to a built CSS. Animation pause, animation. And remove the custom timing line from keyframe. Why are you removing this? Why remove the transform that puts the loader in the middle? You're right to question that. So I'm checking the current loader file to confirm whether any centering transform was actually, you're absolutely right. And I just found that the block got unintentionally mangled. Yeah. I'm gonna undo all this because I don't want him to do much. I'm gonna leave it just like that. I'm gonna take off the keyframe. It's the only thing I added. My final proceed. Proceed. Put it back to how it was in the first place. Right? Press save. Guys, I'm gonna take a break. I need some food. Drink some tea. And I'll be back very, very soon.